Buckle up, T-Squad, because this story is way deeper than it looks. We're not just talking about a tragic loss. We're unraveling a Hollywood web full of whispered NDAs, mystery voice notes, and the kind of secrets that don't stay buried for long at the center of it all. The late, beloved Twitch, whose final days have sparked theories that reach from backroom industry parties to the queen of daytime herself, Ellen DeGeneres. And if you think that's wild, just wait until you hear why her name showed up in leaked notes and why she quietly dipped out of the U.S. right after. Diddy got raided. Was Twitch trying to tell us something before it was too late? Was Ellen hiding in plain sight? And what really went down at those Hollywood parties? Stay right here, because what you're about to hear might just change how you see daytime talk royalty forever. And no spoilers yet, but that voicemail. Let's just say, it's not what you'd expect.
So far back, you don't tell these people how far back we go.
I know, but I wear t-shirts. I don't know what that means. Anyway, all right, let's...
I mean...
You hold that.
Okay.
All right.
I got this. Take two if the joke didn't work.
No, it's okay.
I don't want no problems.
No, it's okay.
No, hold on. Hey, so, cheers. Hey! Ellen, I heard you were sick, and look what I got you. Your boy. So whenever you get sick, you can have this. Okay, well, maybe I have one at your house.
Where's that? Now, what time would your party start, let's say?
Like 9:30.
Really? That early?
Yeah.
I could make that.
Yeah.
But I could think of you of starting a party at like midnight. Like, what time will it go till?
That's a different type of party, though.
Uh-huh.
No, it'll go from like 9:30 to like maybe 3 o'clock, 3 o'clock. And then, we have the top 2 floors of the hotel.
And then it will carry on there?
Yeah. Then No, I mean the after party.
No, I know about them. I'll listen to the music.
Stephen Twitch Boss was the executive producer of the Ellen DeGeneres show and remained with Ellen for nearly 8 years until the show ended in 2022. Everyone who knew Twitch described him as a joyful, loving man who lit up every room he entered. So when news broke on December 13th, 2022, that Stephen had taken his own life, the world was stunned. Now the rumors are growing louder. Whispers on the street suggest that Ellen may have been connected to Twitch's death. Some even claim that the real reason she quietly left the U.S. was because she feared that after Diddy, she might be next in line for investigation.
Early on the morning of Tuesday, December 12, Twitch packed a small bag with only a change of clothes and his handgun, slipped out of his house without telling Allison, turned his phone to airplane mode so he couldn't be tracked, and took an Uber to the Oak Tree Inn, a dreary 2-story motel in a hacienda-style building on heavily trafficked Ventura Boulevard, just a mile from his house, and paid $107 to reserve a room for a single night. Twitch made his way down to room 249 and let himself in. Allison reported to police that Twitch was missing shortly after he had left the house, noting with particular worry that she couldn't reach him by phone, and he had not taken his car with him when he left, 2 things that she said were very much out of character for him.
Because there were no details about Twitch's death, people just rushed to fill that void. This was at the time when Ellen had built this edifice as the nicest person on television. She would have YouTube stars, and all of a sudden that edifice was crumbling.
The news about Ellen created a wave of online criticism at the time.
Touching message from the widow of the dancer and TV personality and inspiration to a lot of us, known as Twitch. In her first social media post since Stephen Boss' death last week, Allison Holker shared this on Instagram, a selfie of the smiling couple. Holker left a short but powerful message. My one and only, oh, how my heart aches. We miss you so much. Twitch was last seen in this Instagram video he shared on December 11th, doing what he and she were known best for, dancing. Just 2 days later, he was found dead in a motel room in Los Angeles. The death was ruled a suicide. Twitch was 40 years old. Since then, there has been an outpouring of support.
The Ellen Show came to an end after allegations of abuse related to Ellen surfaced. Remember how shocked everyone was to find out that Ellen, a person who had made being kind her entire personality, was actually. Ellen apologized for her behavior, and during her apology even forced Twitch to be on the show. She wanted to use Twitch's image to make herself look better. And you can clearly tell that Twitch wasn't comfortable.
Designed to handle that much pressure. And when I was talking about my experience, his face was like, I know.
I learned that things happened here that never should have happened. I take that very seriously, and I want to say I am so sorry to the people who were affected. I know that I'm in a position of privilege and power, and I realize that with that comes responsibility, and I take responsibility for what happens at my show. This is the Ellen DeGeneres Show. I am Ellen DeGeneres. My name is there. My name is there. My name is on underwear. We have had a lot of conversations over the last few weeks about the show, our workplace, and what we want for the future. We have made the necessary changes, and today we are starting.
Ellen was a regular at Diddy's alleged parties, and word on the streets is that Twitch saw something he wasn't supposed to see. These parties involve some of the most powerful people in the world, and Twitch, being close to Ellen and present at these events, may have been caught in something much darker than he realized. Some say he tried to distance himself, but others believe he was silenced before he could speak. The fact that Ellen left the country so quietly without any major public statements or plans has only fueled the suspicion. People online are now connecting the dots. Don's name has come up in the same conversations as Diddy's, both tied to Hollywood's darkest secrets. Both surrounded by people who died under mysterious or tragic circumstances.
Hey, everybody. Everyone is in pain and trying to make sense of it, and we'll never make sense of it. And the holidays are hard, I think, anyway. But to honor Twitch, I think the best thing that we can do is to laugh and hug each other, and play games and dance and sing.
The comedian hired Twitch for her talk show back in 2014.
Over a decade ago, I met someone who changed my life and our show. And I'm talking about you, Twitch. Come here.
He was the in-house DJ until the series wrapped earlier this year.
And I know it seems hard, it seems impossible, but that's how we honor him and hug each other and tell each other we love each other and let people know we're there for them.
In his note to his wife, Twitch revealed everything. He told her about what he saw at the parties, things that involved powerful people, including names he never expected to be associated with that kind of darkness. He told Allison that he had been pressured into silence, that people close to him, even Ellen, were not who they claimed to be. According to leaked sources, Twitch's final note wasn't just a goodbye, it was a warning. Then came his voice note, allegedly a recording to Ellen, which revealed everything. The voice note, which has never been officially released, has been mentioned in multiple online forums and leaked DMs. Some claim Allison still has a copy. Others say it was deleted or taken by someone shortly after Twitch was found dead.
We're learning more tonight about the tragic suicide of Stephen Twitch Boss and the detailed steps he took to hide his plans. TMZ is reporting when Twitch left his home the day before his suicide, he took an Uber to a motel about a mile away. At the motel, he switched his phone to airplane mode so no one could reach him. The motel manager says he checked in under his own name and never left his room. We also now know that Twitch left his suicide note. Details have not been made public, but TMZ reports the note alluded to challenges Twitch had faced in the past. Entertainer Tyler Perry knows firsthand what that is like.
I want to take you back to a time in my life where I tried to commit suicide a couple of times because it was so dark. I thought the only way to make this better, this pain go away, is to end my life. Had any of those attempts happened, I would have missed the best.
In 2024, right after Diddy's Miami mansion was raided, Ellen announced that she was leaving the country forever. Her departure lined up perfectly with Diddy's arrest. And fans couldn't help but notice that Ellen also tried to change her appearance. 2. Someone who had been blonde for all her career changed her hair color and moved to England to start fresh. The timing was too suspicious for many. Why would Ellen suddenly vanish from the spotlight just as Diddy's empire began to crumble under traffic allegations? And why the drastic image change?
Really bad. If you had to be stuck in an elevator with either President Trump, Mike Pence, or Jeff Sessions, who would it be?
Does one of us have to come out alive?
Ellen DeGeneres has been seen rocking a new hair color since moving to the UK. The comedian changed her signature blonde look to brunette as she was seen enjoying a night out with friends at a pub called The Farmer's Dog. Ellen went out with her wife, Portia de Rossi, and a few friends, including the Torn singer Natalie Imbruglia. Sources told TMZ earlier this week that Ellen and Portia moved to England because of Donald Trump's re-election. They have reportedly settled into their new home in the southwest region of England, but they purchased the property before the election. Hey, I guess if Ellen's got a new place...
Twitch isn't the first person to have mysteriously died in connection to Diddy. Let's not forget that even. Jamie Foxx was allegedly poisoned by Diddy. Jaime Foxx used to be a regular at Diddy's parties back in the day. But allegedly, after Diddy caught him taping him, Jaime wasn't allowed back in. Allegedly, Jaime had some tapes of his own. And in 2023, around the same time when the FBI first started investigating Diddy, Diddy found out about these tapes. Then suddenly, reports came out that Jaime Foxx was suffering from an unidentified health crisis. And for almost a year, he disappeared from everywhere.
Of course, the stand-up, doing the wine and shit. And then it wasn't until literally I was throwing these parties at my crib, and I would always throw parties for like musical guys, So I threw a party for Puff. Puff comes and big party. It's like 2,000. Puff is there, and it's all about him. And I'll never forget, he got mad at me a little bit because I would follow him, and I would actually follow him with a camera, because at that time Puff was the biggest guy in the world. You couldn't even get in his parties. So the way I would get in his parties, I show up with a camera. Like, yo, Puff, you need to document this. And he turned around, what's up, Playboy? I said, yeah, let me get that, man. Ain't nobody getting this. And it wasn't back in the day with the, with the camera phone. I had the big fucking Canon that you put on your shoulder and the light and the I said, let me change the battery, let me get all this.
Jamie Foxx, I don't know if you saw the one with Jamie Foxx saying the fact that when his special comes out, he's actually going to talk about the fact that Diddy's the one that poisoned him. Again, this is a story.
I heard that story too.
On the upcoming Netflix comedy show, Jamie Foxx expected to include the actor addressing a mysterious 2023 health crisis that left him hospital. This is from today.
Right.
For more than 20 days and recovering for months more, but has also sparked rumors it was Diddy. I may have some of the response for it. Okay. Which Combs' camp has denied, but Fox has not. I mean, of course Combs' camp is going to deny,
right,
but it's what Fox is going to say, because everyone's interested in what Fox's story is.
But now if you go and you look further about the number of people that have had this sudden death thing happen to them that are related to Diddy, it's like some viral long.
In his new Netflix special, Jaime Foxx revealed that Diddy was the reason behind his disappearance. A few weeks after Jaime's special on Netflix was aired, Jaime was attacked while at a hotel in Beverly Hills. The attack left Jaime injured, and you have to be blind to not see the connection. So was Diddy sending a clear message? Mess with me, and I'm going to come after you. Diddy to get away once again? Despite videotapes proving his alleged involvement, hundreds of witnesses, and even physical evidence connecting him to the crime, Diddy has been found not guilty. According to the official verdict, Combs is guilty of transportation for of ex-girlfriends Cassie and Jane, and not guilty on the more serious charges of racketeering. Kistine 10, no one could have seen this coming. One person said that Diddy verdict don't even make sense. Lol, how you not guilty of sex, but guilty of possession transportation? Another replied saying, yeah, it's wild. How you guilty of moving, but not guilty of sex? That's like charging someone for driving the getaway car, but saying the robbery never happened.
You get the maximum. The judge will give him the maximum, just like they gave O.J. Simpson the maximum in Vegas, because he got off Simpson in L.A. when he clearly killed these two people. And then when they got a second crack at him on a minor beef, relatively, of theft, they sentenced him to heavy time. So Diddy will go to prison, and he should. He's evil. And I say that because I just wrote a book called Confronting Evil.
Yeah, I
he
figured.
used narcotics and violence to coerce people to do what he wanted to do. That's evil. Sorry.
Go ahead,
Okay,
Stephen.
Now, back to Trump.
Well, hold on. Stephen
who-
wants to weigh in on what you just said. Go ahead.
Okay.
Only thing I want to weigh in, I don't want to castigate the entire culture. I'm tired of, we see pictures of a few bad apples conducting themselves in very disgusting manners and thinking that that's the entire industry. I'm a guy that was raised in the hip hop industry. I know an abundance of hip hop artists and beyond who have never engaged in, never been accused of, never would think of putting themselves in the kind of positions.
Sean Diddy Combs has been convicted on 2 counts of transportation of his ex-girlfriends to engage in pro-Sean, but cleared of the most serious charges against him. The music mogul has been found not guilty of racketeering, conspiracy, and 2 counts of sex trafficking. The charges he has been found guilty of are connected to his 2 former partners, including singer Cassie Ventura and a former girlfriend being referred to as Jane. In the U.S. It is a crime to knowingly transport any person with the intent that they engage in pro or illegal sexual activity. The 12-person jury deliberated for 3 days before reaching the verdict. The maximum penalty for each of the 2 guilty counts is 10 years in prison plus a fine.
He receives a substantial sentence for what he's done, and we're pleased that Cassie's brought to light everything that has happened in this trial. I just spoke with her and with the U.S. Attorney's Office team, and she's in a good place. She's pleased that, again, that the jury has found him liable, guilty of 2 federal crimes.
It's absolutely a win. The defense took a really big gamble going to trial on this case. Really, any time that a defendant chooses to go to trial against the federal government, it's a big gamble. They have a lot in their favor, and it really paid off for Combs.
Today's a great victory. It's a great victory for Sean Combs. It's a great victory for the jury system. You saw that the Southern District of New York prosecutors came at him with all that they had. They're not stopping, but one thing stands between all of us and a prison, and that is a jury of 12 citizens. And we had a wonderful jury. They listened to every word, and they got the situation right, or certainly right enough. They acquitted him of the sex trafficking, which he was absolutely innocent of. They acquitted him of the racketeering conspiracy that he was absolutely innocent of, and all of the components to it. The kidnapping, he was innocent of that. The arson, he was innocent of that. The obstructing justice, he was innocent of that. And that is no longer just me saying that. That is the verdict of our jury.
Diddy's sentencing is set for October, and he now faces a maximum of 20 years in prison. If he actually gets sentenced to 20 years, remains to be seen. However, some fans think that Diddy might even walk away from all of this with nothing more than 6 months of probation and some community service. So far, the judge has denied Diddy's bail, which means Diddy will stay in custody until his sentencing.
Friend Deontay Nash has sent a letter to the judge requesting that he deny Diddy's bail. You know, Deontay Nash is one of Cassie's friends, and he was also her former stylist who testified against Diddy in his criminal trial. He testified about multiple instances of violence that he endured and that he also saw Cassie Ventura go through. Now he has just submitted a letter to the judge asking that he deny Diddy's bail until Diddy is sentenced on the 2 charges of PROSTA. Deontay Nash said, "I am writing to express my grave concern over the prospect of Sean Combs being released from custody. While I appreciate the fairness that you have shown throughout this proceeding, I feel compelled to be unequivocal about the danger he possesses to the public and to the individuals who have risked everything by coming forward. Mr. Combs has a long, well-documented history of violent, coercive, and retaliatory behavior. Over the years, he has repeatedly escaped meaningful accountability, and each time, this has only reinforced his sense of impunity. If he is released now, I have no doubt that he will see it as yet another license to continue intimidating, threatening, and harming people who challenged or exposed him. Many of us have firsthand knowledge of the fear that he instills in those around him."
There you have it. Another body buried under Hollywood's golden carpet. A beloved dancer, a global icon, a man who lit up every room, reduced to a footnote in a scandal nobody wants to talk about. Twitch tried to warn us. His note wasn't just a goodbye. It was a roadmap. But the industry made sure we lost the trail. And did he? He's still playing the game, even with the walls closing in. October is coming, and with it Diddy sentencing. Will justice finally be served? Or will the system protect another star with too many secrets and too much power? As always, we'll be watching.